She hands it off to Jackson. Jackson uses the screen, lost the handle, bounce pass to Plum. Plum loses it, regains it, throws it up for grabs. Grabbed by Boston out of the sky, and we're going to have a foul here. No, a timeout taken by Indiana.
What I love the most about this squad is that, just like O said, like we instill confidence, the coach instills confidence that any shot you take, shoot it with confidence because we trust you and we trust that you're going to make it. And I feel like that's just really helped us down the line because no matter who comes in, no matter who steps up, we're all just really happy for each other.
After the game, Aliyah Boston dropped a line that had every Fever fan buzzing. And she didn't just say it, she backed it up. In a season where Indiana has been wrecked by injuries, she put up 22 points, 11 rebounds, and a career-best 6 steals, sealing it with a defensive stop that closed the door. What did her words really mean? That's what we're digging into, because her post-game message might unlock why this was Indiana's most important win of the year. Even with bodies missing and momentum shaky, one unexpected spark carried them past L.A. Let's break down how this victory reshaped the Fever season. If you're hyped, drop a big Fever win in the comments.
Fever dog! Bow, bow, bow! Hell yeah.
How do you survive when half your roster is in street clothes? That was Indiana's problem walking into Los Angeles. Caitlin Clark sidelined, Sophie Cunningham out, Sydney Colson and Ari McDonald gone too. For guards, for playmakers, for voices missing. For most teams, that's a playoff death sentence. But the Fever didn't have the luxury of folding. With nothing left but grit and belief, they leaned on whoever was still standing.
About the resilient, nature of our team. I think one other thing that sometimes goes missed is just the character of these women, right? Especially this group that's been here, that's gone through all of this, and then the ones that we've brought in. We brought in with O and Shea and AP. I mean, these are women who care about winning. These are women who care about one another. These are women who sacrifice every single day.
And this wasn't just another game in August. The Sparks had already beaten Indiana 3 times this year. 3 chances, 3 losses, each one more frustrating than the last. And the standings? Even worse. The Fever sat in 6th, clinging to a playoff spot, while LA lurked 2 games back in 9th. That gap could vanish in a heartbeat. For losses in their last 5 only fueled the doubt. Was Indiana collapsing at the worst possible time?
Steph mentioned, whenever she sees you with the 2 black eyes, she smiles in a way because it just exemplifies your toughness. Do you feel tough in these kinds of situations with these 2 black eyes?
I mean, that's what people keep telling me. Every time she sees me, she smiles and then she says, "I'm so sorry." I'm like, "You don't need to be sorry. This is what it is." And when I'm playing, like I forget about it, and then I go and look at the mirror. I'm like, "Oh shit, they're still there." So yeah, I don't really think too much about it because I don't necessarily feel them all the time.
Yeah, and you're still able to see completely fine.
Yep.
Right.
Nothing's changed.
All right, perfect.
Picture the challenge. 5 games left in the season, fragile from the outside, and now forced to survive with patchwork lineups. It wasn't about perfect rhythm anymore. It was about clawing through every possession. Whoever got minutes had to play bigger than their role. Whoever touched the floor had to carry weight beyond their numbers.
Originally, I was like, I just need to get the swelling to go down in my forehead. So I put a patch, slept with it. The next day, woke up and I was like, okay, the bump is almost gone, but now I have 2 black eyes. So that was tragic. But I mean, it's at this point, it's unfortunately won't be able to hide it. People know, so just rolling with it.
Were you able to hide it for the photo shoots?
Makeup artist did a really, really, really good job. And people that hadn't met me before were like, "Oh, I can't even tell." I'm like, okay, that's good. We'll take it. But I'm hoping they'll do some editing in the post.
Enter Lexi Hull. 2 black eyes from a collision with Gabby Williams. Face marked up, and yet she never flinched. She still dove on the floor, still fought through screens, still chased every loose ball. Hull was the Fever spirit that night. Show up even when it hurts. Her presence sent a message. If she could fight through, so could everyone else in red.
Yeah, I imagine on Tuesday you got checked for concussion, facial fracture. Just how much of a sigh of relief was it that you didn't have concussion or any kind of fracture in your face?
Yeah, honestly, when it happened, I was like relieved because I could feel myself like I was good to go. Like I felt completely with it. They did all the tests they needed to do, and put ice on it right away, try to, keep the swelling down. But I felt good knowing that, obviously it could have been a lot worse. And I'm grateful for the people online wanting to check on me and make sure that I'm okay. But I am okay. I've been fully checked out. So
That's why this game felt different. No style points, no highlight passes. Every rebound, every stop, every bucket carried urgency. One run from LA, and it could have been over. But Indiana never cracked. They matched intensity, kept pushing back, and refused to give ground in a matchup that could shift the playoff picture.
I like that we dug in. It wasn't ideal in terms of how the game was. It was ugly. We had moments where we were better than others, but we dug in. I mean, when you think about key defensive stops, key offensive rebounds, like AB's key offensive rebound there at the end, making plays, deflections that led to steals or deflections that led to bobbled passes.
That resilience set the stage for an unlikely hero, a veteran, overlooked, suddenly stepping into the spotlight. Odyssey Sims, at 31, coming off the bench and facing her former team, she became the heartbeat of the game. This night was supposed to be about survival. Instead, it became her moment. And with every possession, you could see this one was personal.
Sims left open for three. She got it. Offensive rebound. Sims the runner. Here's Howard. Shovels Sims right at the doorstep, and she gets it off the window. 3-on-3 the other way. Sims the take and finishes the lefty layup.
By this point in her career, nobody expected a backup guard to carry an offense. Scouting reports don't circle her name. But when Kelsey Mitchell struggled, just 5 makes on 14 attempts. Indiana needed someone to steady the ship. Sims was the answer. Calm, decisive, ready, every touch, every possession. She acted like she had been waiting for this her whole career.
Down by Plum. Plum 1-on-2, ripped away there by Sims. Great play by Odyssey Sims. Played the ball. 3-on-3 the other way. Sims the take and finishes the lefty layup.
The numbers? 21 points. But it was when they came that made the difference. She pushed pace when the Fever needed tempo. She slowed it down when LA tried to steal momentum. And in the fourth, the ball just kept finding her hands. Drives, pull-ups, creating out of nothing. She wasn't secondary. She was the release valve.
The lead back up to 3. Sims left open for 3. She got it. Odyssey Sims with the triple to tie this one up at 74 apiece. Got the offensive rebound. Out to Mitchell. Here's Hole curling. Hole down the lane. The kick out Sims. Sims in the paint. The runner good. They put Turner on the inbound. Alaman inbounds it to Hamby, and so now that'll be that. So the Indiana Fever come into here.
The defining play came with 13.6 seconds left. Indiana hanging on. Sims rising for her signature floater. Clean. Net. The go-ahead bucket that silenced the Staples Center. As she jogged back, calm and collected, it looked like she had known all along this was her moment.
Honestly, 5 straight points for you to help take the lead at the end of the game. Just what was that mindset for you in those final seconds?
I didn't shoot the ball well from the 3. I was over before I made that shot, but I didn't lose confidence. I think my teammates did a great job, along with the coaches, just constantly talking to me. They weren't worried about my missed shots. It just came down to continue to play. They believe in me so much, so that helped me. And when I shot it, I was open. It was one of those do or die. It went in, and I was excited about that. Like I said, I was open from the 3, but we got the W, so it feels great.
Afterward, with the mics in her face, Sims kept it simple. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. That wasn't just a quote. It was an entire night in one sentence. No panic, no excuses, just resilience. And because of her, Indiana walked out with more than a win. They walked out with proof.
Just going up just like the last few years, just up and down, in the league, out the league, hardship, contract being cut, all of that stuff. Really doesn't matter. I think I'm a human definition of you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. I think every opportunity that has been given to me, I've taken full advantage of it. These are opportunities that you can't let slip away. You never know what tomorrow brings. You never know. You be on the team one day, gone the next day. So just being able to come in and just stay ready, have my energy flow to my teammates, and just be positive. Like I said, I'm with a good group.
But Sims wasn't alone. Alongside her was the anchor of Indiana's identity, Aliyah Boston. She dominated the floor, then capped it with a message that still has fans buzzing.
Sparks started the game on a 7-0 run. Here's Mitchell. Right back to Boston. And unable to get that one, but follows her on. Cameron Brink and Ray Burrell going to be checking in next time there's a stoppage for LA. Here's Turner in traffic, and she gets it up off the window. Beautiful pass from Boston. 7 on the shot clock. Mitchell turning the corner. Jump stop in the lane, loses the ball. Brink throws it right to Boston. Easy layup.
Boston's game spoke louder than words. 22 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, and 6 steals. The most of her career. She didn't just fill the box score. She stamped her presence everywhere. Offense, defense, momentum. She carried the team without blinking.
Julie Alamam, 5 points here tonight. They go high-low, and Boston the beneficiary. And that's the 18th point off of a Sparks turnover. Hamby the crossover. Hamby rejected there by Boston. Here's Mitchell, always dangerous with the ball in her hands. Finds Boston's free throw line. Boston against Hamby. Jump hook, gets the soft bounce.
Her defining moment? Just 1.9 seconds left. LA desperate for one last shot. Boston read the play, ripped the ball clean, and ended it instantly. No drama, no scramble. Just a superstar shutting the door.
She hands it off to Jackson. Jackson uses the screen, lost the handle, bounce pass to Plum. Plum loses it, regains it, throws it up for grabs. Grabbed by Boston out of the sky, and we're going to have a foul here. No, a timeout taken by Indiana.
The cameras turned to her after that. Reporters asked how the team pulled it off. That's when she dropped her message. And it started spreading everywhere.
But tonight, you guys showed resilience, coming back and just having that great floater for the win. Can you guys just talk about the camaraderie, everything that's happened with the team, the injuries, and just how you guys have been able to coalesce as one cohesive unit despite all of everything that's happened?
Yeah, honestly, I think from the start of our season, we talked about a season's not going to be perfect, and if something happens, next woman up. And I feel like that's really been the story of our season. With everything that's happened, people we've added, no matter how late in the season, it's been next woman up.
Her answer, next woman up, that's been the story of Indiana's season. Injuries, new additions. No matter who goes down, someone else steps in. Boston didn't just say it, she lived it. Carrying a heavy load while still trusting her teammates.
We have a deep team that a lot of people, a lot of players on our team could be playing and they're not. And that's a tribute to our depth, certainly, but also sometimes everybody wants to play, right? And I think the selfless nature of this group just can't be overstated. And that's why we're able to be in positions like this that we're able to be in.
You saw it in Lexi Hull playing through pain. You saw it in Aerial Powers sparking energy off the bench. Put those moments together, and you get Boston's words in action. Next woman up isn't a slogan. It's Indiana's DNA.
Think about Lexi Hull. Face bruised, eyes darkened from the collision in the last game, yet she charged through screens, dived after loose balls, and kept defending with the same intensity. Then look at Aerial Powers, sparking the offense and bringing energy off the bench as if nothing was going to slow her down. Add those moments together, and you see Boston's words playing out in real time. Her leadership is the glue keeping Indiana steady. The points and steals show up in the stat sheet, but her influence stretches further. When she repeats, next woman up, it sends a message that no injury, no setback, no stretch of tough losses defines this roster. It's confidence that whoever is on the floor deserves to be there and can finish the job.
Sims. They kick it out. Hole of three.
Big bucket from Lexi Hall.
And that identity means more than just motivational speeches. The win in Los Angeles locked Indiana into 6th place for now, building a safety cushion over Seattle while forcing the Sparks further back. A playoff berth feels a lot more secure, not because of luck or a single miracle shot, but because of a full team that believes in the exact mindset Boston described.
And it's paying off. That win locked Indiana into 6th, creating breathing room over Seattle and pushing LA further back. A playoff berth suddenly feels secure, not by luck, but by the culture Boston described.
Oh, on the hit ahead. Looking for Howard short corner. Attacking against.
Okay.
Oh, what a spin move there. Spin cycle, rinse everything there from Natasha Howard.
But now the spotlight shifts. The question fans keep asking, when is Caitlin Clark coming back? She's missed 17 straight games with a groin injury. But for the first time, she's back in practice gear. Warming up, shooting, moving with the group. Not full speed yet, but the closest she's looked since going down.
Nice roll.
The timing couldn't be bigger. Just 5 games left. Indiana barely holding 6, half a game ahead of Seattle. Every win, every loss could flip the standings. If Clark returns, everything changes. Her presence in warm-ups alone changes the vibe. Teammates glance over. Fans buzz. Coaches hold their breath. It's cautious optimism, but real.
It wasn't ideal in terms of how the game was. It was ugly. We had moments where we were better than others, but we dug in. I mean, when you think about key defensive stops, key offensive rebounds, like AB's key offensive rebound there at the end, making plays, deflections that led to steals or deflections that led to bobbled passes, just the sense of urgency that we played with in those last minutes through some gray area, right? Through some times when it wasn't perfect. And, it was a gut check time, and our team stepped up to the challenge.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
And think about this. Indiana just beat the Sparks without her. Imagine adding Clark's 19 points and 8 assists per game back into the mix. She wasn't just a scorer. She dictated pace, open lanes, set up shooters. This team proved it can survive without her. With her, they could be dangerous.
Great job, ladies! I'm really proud of you guys. That was an ugly, hard-fought win. Hard-fought win. And listen, we know that we didn't play our best basketball, and in those moments where we needed a stop, or we needed a big bucket, that you don't teach. Yeah. And y'all got it. So again, marrying our energy effort with our execution. Okay, that's our journey. But this is a hard win right here. I'm proud of you guys. Great job. Together, 3, 1, 2, 3. Together.
That's why this one means more than the box score. It proved Indiana isn't just surviving. They're building something bigger. Every gritty possession showed resilience. Every hustle play reminded fans this team won't fold. And with Caitlin Clark inching closer, the Fever suddenly look less like underdogs and more like contenders in the making. For Fever fans, hope feels alive, not just for now, but for what's coming next.